Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Today's plant-based character is flower. When we think about plants, many of them probably would come up with the image of a flower because probably that's what plants like best moments of a plant when it's blooming, right? So Chinese definitely have lots of expressions that relates to flower, relates to blooming. How Chinese express the blooming itself. Okay. So first, plant symbol. This trident-looking thing, double it, means something related to plant. And then this this shape, double layer, actually symbolize the petals of the flower. And then you have this one thing standing like that. That's pollen pole. So we have kind of a zoom in to the structure of the flower with the pollens and pollen poles and the petals layering. And when Chinese use 4 of them, repetition, that means lots of them. Because normally when we repeat just like this trident thing, we just 2 is enough, means multitudes. But when you have that really gives you the sense of density and multitudes of the flower petals. Okay, so there you go. The top of it is the structure of plant. The top list is the character, the category of this character, which is something related to plant, right? And then the middle part depicts the exact part of the plant that involves the pollen poles and the petals of the flower. So without seeing much, you would guess that's something related to flower, right? Then the bottom, 2 horizontal lines with this puff of air. So that's kui. Actually, Chinese use that to mean exhaling from us. Chinese, this 2D frame representation of the world is first person perspective. Took me a while to figure it out. So when you look at a frame, it's actually you starting from the bottom of the frame. It's kind of like a Western perspective drawing, right? So you as a viewer looking at this frame from your side, which is the bottom of this picture, and then when I try to depict the distance further away, it actually going upward, right? So this dimension of horizontally distancing from you is expressed by vertically showing it up there. So when you see this puff of air, it actually comes from you, your first person perspective, like going further away out to the world. It doesn't mean going to heaven. It actually means traveling far, like in whatever direction that's further away from you. And then 2 horizontal lines, you can view it as heaven and earth, the 2 boundaries between, for humans' existence, or you can view it as a sound bits that's traveling further away. That's kind of visualizing now you're not only just hush out a puff of air, you're making sounds there. So it can represent your speech, your intention voiced out. And this 2 horizontal lines, the first one is wider than the top one to give it a sense of a diminishing energy, right? Vibration diminishing, kind of like a current scientific, not scientific, but current icon to depict how sound bars or signal bars look like, right? There is this sequence of diminishing. So that we can regard it as exhaling of words of intention. So it's kind of related to language or expression because you're exerting, you're sending out your energy, in the format of your breath or your speech. You're giving out something to the world. So you're expressing yourself somewhat, right? So language is our most common, self-expression because it actually expresses pretty accurately and some complicated ideas versus music is another type of expression, or dance, mathematical formulas. It's all expressions of ourselves. So this, puff of air, heaven and earth, or sound beds, you can view it as a self-expression. So we have this plant-based, floral organ as a sense of expression from the flower. So that flowering or blooming is kind of the plant message sending out to the world. I mean, the bees and the butterflies will notice, and they will start to do this cross-pollinating thing for the flower. So, but this you can regard it as an expression of the plant through the language of the flower, through blooming, right? That's the plant's. So flowering or blooming is the plant's expression to the world, saying, I'm ready to pass my genes down, something like that, right? Okay, so that's unpacking of this character. Expressions, 老花眼. Old floral eye is a Chinese to say your eye functioning through aging start to get blurry. So 花 in a sense is like it's not clear vision. You start to see non-linear things in your vision, something like that. So 花 in a sense of floral, so it's kind of sweet, wiggly, irregular shape. Okay, 花心, floral heart. Okay, floral heart actually doesn't sound like romanticized as such. It's like you have a heart of a flower. Not exactly. So just like the flower is the language of the plant to send the message out, right? So this 花心 almost like a flirtatious heart. It's like you are sending sexual message out to attract people. And 花心 actually in Chinese context, that means you're already in a relationship. So you should not send out any more floral message out. But some, people just cannot hold themselves back. And the Chinese use this 花心 to describe people who habitually send out this floral message to flirt with opposite gender or whatever orientation they are to, even if they are already in a relationship. 花钱 is spend money. So flower money, it's almost like convert your money to flower. And in a certain way, I mean, it just occurs to me. So flower is this expression, right? So 花钱 actually is your self-expression, one way of expressing yourself, because you can even deck yourself out and somehow by spending as a kind of personal statement or something, because you're spending money is used, you're devoting your resources to something, and whatever you're devoting that to or investing to, that's a kind of a statement to you, right? So 花钱 in that sense, it's monetary self-expression. Okay, 昙花一现. 昙花 is quote unquote called the princess of the night or queen of night, because this is a kind of a cactus flower that have a very short blooming window, and it only occurs during nighttime. So it's not for people to see. So this flower has as a character or earned our respect from humans because it doesn't cater to human schedule. Very, very likely it's going to bloom without being seen by humans because, it blooms on its own schedule. It's not here to please humans. So this non-human centric floral scheduling actually earned respect from humans. And we are saying 昙花一现, we make it into this phrase to show that this blooming is going to have a 一现, like just show up once quickly and then it's gone. So you better hurry up, or you better seize the opportunity when it occurs, when it blooms. You really, you want to make sure you make the most out of it. So 昙花一现 is actually talking about how good moments in life, just such a short period. Okay, so there you go. That's 花, and this is 昙花. I hope you enjoy it. See you another day.